مصاحبه‌های سیمای آزادی با شخصیت‌های بین‌المللی همزمان با کنفرانس ایران چشمانداز تغییر در برلین. اولا الوستوئن وزیر محیط زیست نروژ 2018-2020 نماینده پارلمان.
Thank you very much for being with us. First of all, I wanted to ask you about the conference today and what did you say? What was your message to this conference in your speech?
Well, the most important part, I think, is that we have to see the uprising now in Iran with its incredible losses. I mean, the suppression is tremendous. But this is not just an uprising. It has to be viewed as a revolution, that the regime is weaker than it's ever been, and it's just a question of time when it will fall. And that means for Europe, Norway, other European countries, is that we have to increase the economic pressure onto Iran. No appeasement, that cannot be happening. We have all had to follow up on the designation of the Revolutionary Guard as a terrorist organization, and then hold on to putting on a pressure, and as high pressure as we can.
I heard that, as you told me and others had told me, that you were unable to attend the rally, the Free Iran rally in Berlin, but you were eager to attend it. Why did you want to be there in Berlin in that rally?
Oh, because this is a very important demonstration. It's important to take in the broad support for NCRI, Mr. Rajavi, and especially the support for the 10-point plan for a free democratic Iran. And that's our motivation to also to come here from Norway. Unfortunately, a little bit bad luck with the flights, but that's not the point. The point is the will to be here, and then also not just to be here, but follow up also when we go back to Norway.
After the uprising of the January uprising, the nationwide uprising in Iran, we have had we hear many discussions and talks about the alternative to the regime. What would you say about a viable alternative to the Iranian regime?
There's one alternative, and that is the 10-point plan. And that's also what is important in Europe and also the rest of the world, is that we take in politically that is a viable and the only possibility that we should work for. Is not that we now have this discussion that you should take away one dictatorship and put in another one. It's not acceptable, and we cannot also accept the talk that you see that you have politicians that are worried that you have a situation where you have chaos and you will have a difficult situation that holds them back in the push to get rid of the regime. So this is the same thing for Iran that elsewhere. I mean, the human rights are universal. We struggle for democracy, and we have to believe in the 10-point plan, and that's what the rest of the world has to support. Well, like everyone I've seen, that you now have popping up in both in some smaller demonstration, but also in social media with the Pahlavi and the Shah having their discussions, and that is not a viable possibility, and we have to make sure that is viewed as that. It is a 10-point plan. That's the only future for Iran, and that's the future that the rest of the world not only have to support, but we have to believe in it, that it's possible to get there.
Now, I would propose you, if you want to have a message directly to the Iranian people who would watch your interview, what would be your message to them? Talk to them directly.
First of all, we are very impressed with their courage and the will that they are showing, and it is so difficult to sit from the outside and to understand the struggle that you're in, but at the same time it's also to assure you that we support a struggle, and a struggle for a free and independent Iran, and a free and democratic Iran. That is what Iranians deserve, And that is what is so important also for the rest of the world. It will change the trajectory of the whole of history. So it's hard from the outside to take in the repression that Iranians are facing. But we see what you do. We support the uprising, the revolution, and this is a struggle that has to be won.
We thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
میکائیل تچنر، شهردار پیشین اسلو و رئیس پیشین شورای کشورهای نوردیک، نایب رئیس کمیته خارجی و دفاع پارلمان نروژ 2017-2021.
My name is Michael Tetzschner. I have been serving in the Norwegian Parliament for 14 years, and I've been dealing with foreign affairs and constitutional matters. And I take very much interest in the development in Iran. This is a shame for the mankind. This is really a harsh dictatorship measured even by historical standards. So we would very much like to see the end of this regime, because it will return self-determination to the Iranian people, but it will also make Europe more secure and the world more secure by ending this horrifying regime. Well, I didn't know that because of the weather and the closing down in the airport of Berlin, we had to be routed by Frankfurt, and then the flights were full locally here to Berlin. We had to take the train, and the first train was cancelled. So it was not the plan to have this endless travel down here. But I'm very happy to be here and to see again good friends. And I think also the cause is so important that we had some inconvenience to reach here. It's a minor problem in the big picture. I was so impressed, and I think I had just seen the media's coverage of this, and I think the underlying message has been conveyed in a perfect manner. And we understand that the resistance against the regime and the alternative is democracy. It's a multi-party system. It's free elections. It's not returning back to the ancient regime. To go back, it will not be the way forward into the good future of Iran when they get rid of this Ayatollah regime. My message is that I know across the Nordic countries we are very unified in our analysis of the situation in Iran, and we support the struggle for freedom, and we will do anything we can do to support this movement, but we cannot impose by power from outside, because we hope that the Iranian people itself will grasp the opportunity to get rid of the present regime.
هلموت گویکینگ، نماینده پیشین پارلمان اروپا از آلمان.
Also erstmal muss ich vorwegnehmen, ich war sehr beeindruckt von dem gestrigen Tag und von dem heutigen Tag. Es war eine nicht nur gelungene Veranstaltung, sondern sie war schon historisch. Die gibt gerade den jungen Menschen im Iran Hoffnung, dass es nach diesen Schreckensherrschaft, die zurzeit ist, etwas anderes gibt, etwas Besseres gibt. Man sagt in Deutschland, wenn eine Pflanze eingibt, wächst eine neue Pflanze nach. Und hier wächst etwas nach, gerade für die jungen Menschen im Iran, die mitgestalten wollen und ein neues, friedliches, und multikulturelles, wunderbares Land schaffen wollen. Also in erster Linie ist meine Reaktion Trauer. Trauer und Wut. Wut, dass es sowas gibt. Und hier haben viele Nationen, viele zivile, demokratische Nationen versagt, die über Jahrzehnte Handel betrieben, Handel, Geschäft mit dem Tod. Ich hatte vorhin noch ausgeführt, dass man hier die Menschenrechte auf den Basaren zum Handel gegeben hat. Und da sollte man dringend, also das ist jetzt aber nicht Iran-Sache, das ist Sache der europäischen Länder und anderer Länder, das muss man aufarbeiten, wer welche Rolle gespielt hat. Aber ich kann nur eines dazu sagen, dass wir hier in Iran dazu übergehen müssen, entsprechend Zukunft zu gestalten. Und dieses Mullah-Regime muss weg, ganz deutlich. Und je eher, umso besser. Nur, was jetzt läuft, ich halte vieles für falsch. Also ich habe schon immer gesagt, die europäischen Länder, ich war ja selber Europaabgeordneter, die europäischen Länder müssen die Botschaften des Iran schließen. Wir brauchen keine Vertreter von einem Unrechtsregime, von einem Mörderregime. Brauchen wir in Europa keine Vertreter. Die können nicht vertreten werden. Wer die Menschenrechte nicht achtet, die Rechtsstaatlichkeit nicht achtet, der kann nicht durch eine Botschaft in ein Land vertreten werden, was auf Menschenrechte, Rechtsstaatlichkeit Wert setzt. Und deswegen fordere ich hier alle entsprechenden Nationen auf, die Botschaften des Iran zu schließen, der Iran zu ächten und sämtlichen Handel einzustellen. Nur so können wir den Verfallprozess der Mullahs weiter beschleunigen und finalisieren, denn die gehören weg. Ja, erst einmal Mitgefühl und tiefe, tiefe Trauer und natürlich meinen größten Respekt vor jedem, der sein Leben riskiert und einsetzt für eine bessere Zukunft, sondern dass hier etwas Neues heranwächst, dass ein Entwicklungsprozess eingeleitet wird für einen freien Iran, wo man sagen kann, jawohl, ihr Vater, Mutter, Sohn, wie auch immer, Tochter, war daran beteiligt. Sie ist eine Märtyrerin, Märtyrer, die hier entsprechend sich gegen Unrecht aufbegehrt haben und hier entsprechend agiert haben und den Mut hatten, den viele Gesellschaften heutzutage hier fehlt, den Mut hatten, auf die Straße zu gehen und sein Leben zu riskieren für Demokratie, für Freiheit. Und das ist etwas, ja, wo ich sage, das ist unvorstellbar und da können die Angehörigen nur stolz drauf sein, trotz alles Leid und trotz aller Trauer.